Hey everyone, this is Carl with Trilobyte Studios,
And this is Josh.
and we figured kind of to get back into the video making process, get us inspired again. Well, I figured it'd be a fun idea to look back and talk about what our favorite videos were to not only shoot and record, but also to make, the idea behind them, the process, basically everything like that.
So all the behind the scenes footage.
Yeah, basically this is going to be like a little bit of a behind the scenes, like what we enjoy doing and why we enjoy doing it and why we enjoy making content. So I know what mine is, but I'm curious what yours is.
All right. Mine was the trip to the Maryland Zoo.
Okay. Explain.
Explain. Well, for those who didn't know, that was actually my bachelor party that we all got to go to as a group. So it was just me, you, Dylan, who sometimes shoots some of their videos, my fiance, and my best man. And we all just got to spend the day together as a group of friends with a camera.
Yeah.
There wasn't, there was not really any crazy time limit or, we had to get this project done. It was just a spontaneous thing that we all happened to do. And luckily someone had a camera with them that day and we just had fun.
Yeah, that's a good one. And honestly, it's more fun for me too when I'm editing, because if you didn't know, well, starting now, we're gonna have somebody who's gonna help us with editing videos. He runs a podcast called Damage Boost Podcast. His name is Brock. So if you want to go check him out, Brock, you can plug some of your stuff right now if you like. But you can go check him out. And so up until now, I've been doing the editing for essentially all the videos. You've done a couple of them, but the vast majority of the videos I've been editing myself. And it's always more fun when you edit. Well, for me, when I don't just need to like Google pictures of dinosaurs or pictures of fossils, or pictures of whatever I want to talk about or whatever the script is reading from, right? It's more fun when I have actual video footage to sit down and scrub through and find the good bits and edit it up and put nice fun music over it and do things like that, because you do get to see a lot of little personal interactions. And it's you were saying, yeah, that was your bachelor party, so it was just fun, and there was a lot of fun stuff in the video to edit, so it was a good one.
I mean, the only thing I would have to say that I didn't like about our zoo videos in general is kind of the formula that we did. It's kind of just here you go. It's not really a progression through the zoo. It's just random bits here and there.
Right. I mean, it is difficult to,
and that's probably also why it's one of our lowest videos as well. But again, we don't really care about that. We care more about having the fun of the two of us making videos and just doing our own thing.
Yeah, exactly. So my favorite video was the second trip to Lost River, when we did the trilobite hunting for the second time. We've been to Lost River, what, like 3 or 4 times now?
I want to say 4, because two of the times that we did it long before this channel.
Yeah, before we ever made the channel.
And one of them is when I pulled my back out and I was laying in the dirt.
Yes.
And you're like, "Are you okay? Do we need to go?" "No, I'm fine." An hour later, you're over in the corner still digging away. I'm just laying there.
Oh, you said you were fine. So yeah, the second trip back to, I guess that would have been the 4th trip back for us, but
yes, that's
the second one that you all saw, when we went to the Lost River fossil site, the Devonian site, and got to dig around and stuff. One, it's a gorgeous drive to get up there.
As long as you don't have a tractor-trailer jackknife on the one road in and out.
Yeah, that's true. But
which has happened once.
Yeah, but it's a very nice drive up there, and I don't know, it just really takes me back to feeling like a kid, you know, when you're just like digging around in the dirt looking for fossils in your backyard, quote unquote, and you find a rock and you're like, Mom, Dad, it's a fossil. And they're like, wow. And it's, you know, it's just a rock. Yeah. But except we actually found stuff on that trip. And not only did we find stuff, but I found one of the best fossils that we've ever found.
And then your cat destroyed
I was gonna get to that. I found one of the best fossils we've ever found. It was a gorgeous Trilobyte specimen, completely encased in a piece of shale. And Brock, if you want to pull up the footage from that, I get a really good shot of it. But you can see that there was the this Trilobyte encased in this shale, and I was so proud of it. And I took it home.
That was a good almost a 4-inch trilobite with the eye.
Yeah, everything was still intact. Everything was still intact. It was like museum quality. If we could have gotten it out of the shale, which conveniently my cats did for us. But so what happened was
and shattered it all over the floor.
Yeah. So what happened was I was editing the video, and you know this is something else. When you're editing a video, it can get kind of monotonous and boring. So I'm sitting there editing the video, and I had my door open a crack, and I didn't really realize it was open a crack. So I get up to go make myself some tea. I make my tea, I come back in, and I sit back down on my computer, and I keep editing, and then I realize something is wrong. The fossil is gone. I had it sitting right next to me on my desk, and I don't know where it is. And I look down on the floor, and it is shattered to bits. Completely
the first thing
disintegrated.
I thought when you sent me the photo, but before you told me what it was,
yeah,
I'm like, why is he looking at a graham cracker on the floor? I'm like, why are you sending me a picture of a graham cracker?
It completely, they just destroyed it. I don't know which cat it was, but they must have gone in there and jumped up on the desk and knocked it off in the 5 minutes it took me to make tea and come back to finish editing the video. One of them got in there, threw it on the floor, and then ran out.
To be honest, he probably jumped up on your desk.
Yeah.
And when he did it, it probably was unstable and never just slid with him.
Well, they like to jump up on my desk anyway, and they like to walk across my keyboard, so I should have known better. I should have shut my door, but like I just wasn't thinking. And
you were in the zone.
Yeah, I was in the zone, and the cat smashed the best Trilobyte fossil we've ever found. I was able to kind of reconstruct it. But it's missing a part of the eye and a few other pieces that were just completely destroyed, not even shattered, like literal.
I mean, dust.
Yeah, dust. But that was my favorite video that we've ever shot and that I've ever edited personally, because I went through like the 5 stages of grief all in one night.
Yeah, I know. I was there. I was getting the messages throughout it.
It was, like sorrow, rejection, anger. What is it? It's like sorrow, disbelief, anger, something, and then reconciliation. And eventually I got to reconciliation, and I was just like, yep, that's it. It's just gone.
I think it's when you accept it.
Yeah, acceptance, that's it.
When you're like, yep, I fucked up.
Yeah, that was basically it. So that's been our... do you want to do a second video? Do you have a second video? Because this is still pretty short. We could do a quick one.
I guess my second favorite would have to be, and it was totally a stupid idea, was the smash and pass.
Oh, yeah.
It was so stupid, but yet it was a fun little joke that we did. And it was, like I said, it was just a stupid little video we did. It was during the hype of the Jurassic World Dominion movie, and we wanted to do something just fun, Jurassic Park edition, but we couldn't really think of any.
Yeah.
So I made the joke about doing a smash or pass. You said it was a great idea.
It is a great idea. It's still a great idea.
And yeah, I mean it was totally, like I said, it was a goofy video that we did, and it was funny.
No, I agree. That was probably one of the funniest videos that we've ever done. And it's very, very silly, but it did well. So my second favorite, this one's tough actually, because there's a couple of them that I really like, that I'm pretty proud of. But I think the one that's got to be the second is the Why I Don't Hate Jurassic Fight Club video. Because that had been a topic I had been thinking about for a long time, basically ever since I had like kind of gotten back into paleontology and fossils and stuff. And you know, of course on YouTube you can watch all the episodes for free. And so I'm sitting there watching it and I'm like, man, this is stupid, this is terrible, but you know what? I don't hate it. And I was looking in the comments and like everybody else is like hating on it and I'm like, why do all these people hate it so much? And I mean, I know why they do.
I can see a fair point of why people hate it.
Right.
I mean, it's bad.
Oh yeah, it's horrible, but you know.
But for someone who knows the paleontology actually behind the stuff and all that, it's just one of those. It's kind of like just watching a stupid video here on YouTube that you know is like it's going to be a waste of time. It has nothing really important in value, but it just makes you laugh and cheers you up at the end of the day.
Yeah, and so I wanted to kind of like put forth my reasons why I don't hate it. And of course, you know, if you've watched the video, you know why. And if you haven't watched the video, you should go watch it because it's a great little video.
Also watch part 1 of why he hates it as well.
Yeah,
Yes, he did both sides of the coin, and they're both very good arguments.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think your why it's a bad show actually did better.
Did it? I thought it was the one that I said like I didn't hate Jurassic Fight Club. Yeah, see, why I don't hate Jurassic Fight Club did like 4,000 views, which is pretty good for us.
Okay, so where's the other one?
Part 2 is this one, which was I Like This about Jurassic Fight Club, which was 712.
Okay.
So yeah, the basically the whole reason why I don't hate it, and I'll just explain this for clarification in this video, is because it gets people into dinosaurs. If somebody on the internet is watching Jurassic Fight Club, you know, they're probably just watching it because they want to be entertained. But
that was the whole purpose of it, is to entertain.
But there might be a kid out there who sees Jurassic Fight Club and gets interested in dinosaurs and then goes forward and starts doing his own research.
To be honest, if you think about it, it's the same equivalent of us growing up watching Littlefoot.
Yeah, basically.
It was parents putting you in front of the TV, there's a dinosaur on it, or, you know, you watching Barney. It's 15 minutes of quiet for your parents, and, you know.
Yeah, essentially.
You're watching something that eventually grew into an obsession years later when you're actually learning about paleontology and all that.
Yeah, exactly. So that's our 2 favorite videos that we've ever done. So mine were the Lost River Part 2, Trilobyte Hunting, and Why I Don't Hate Jurassic Fight Club. And yours were?
Smash and Pass, Jurassic Park, and the Maryland Zoo Adventure.
So that's I think that's...
I do have to ask you one question now.
Okay.
Which one do you hate the most?
Oh, which video do I hate the most?
Yes,
that we've done?
Because I always wondered about that.
Honestly, there's a couple of them that I'm...
Because I've looked over this list multiple times. And,
right.
You know, there's certain videos you put your passion into. And you write the script, you did the editing, you did all the stuff, and you're like, wow, that's what I put out there. And then you do some on some days, and you're like, I could do so much better with this.
Yeah, and you know what?
And it's one of those things that's like, do you ever think about just going back and redoing those? Or just eventually just taking them off here and hoping no one ever remembers them?
If there's... my thumbnails, I think, need work. Especially the earlier thumbnails need work. I kind of found a good formula later on in the channel's life for the thumbnails. So my thumbnails, 1, I'm never super proud of my thumbnails. But 2, I think the one that I am... You know, that's a good question, what I'm not proud of. There's a couple of them, especially... You know, honestly,
he's thinking.
I am thinking. Sorry, I'm like scrolling through our videos and trying to figure out which ones I really didn't like. And honestly, you know, I don't think that I hate any of them. I think that one I could have done better on, or that I wish. Here's one that I wish did better. Is the video that if humans could survive the same mass extinction that wiped out the dinosaurs. I would have loved for that one to do better. Unfortunately, it didn't. And I think the part of the reason for that is because my thumbnail, and I think the second reason too is because my research wasn't super sound on that one. Which so I guess 1, I'm not crazy proud of it, and 2, I wish it would have done better.
Okay. Yeah.
So, does that answer your question?
Yeah. For the most part. I mean.
I mean,
no. I mean, as you know, creators and stuff, we always try to take that next step, make our videos bigger, better, and all that.
Yeah, it's a constant process.
One of those things. It's when we took a year in between doing these videos, and we're sitting here now looking over it. It's been a year, and it's just you start processing, what you've done, where you are now, and it's looking at some of these videos. You're like, we could have done better. I know, we at that time we're like, oh yeah, our lives are hectic, but then you look back and you're like, was it really that bad?
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, so it's one of those things. It's like you wish you could have gone back and done it better the first time, and instead of now here we are looking at a screen going, why is that number so low?
Yeah, you're right.
So, I guess mine would have to be the Jurassic Park Velociraptor breakdown.
Which one was that?
It was the one where we were going to do a discussion about the differences between the true Velociraptor.
Oh yeah.
The Jurassic Park
I remember
Velociraptor.
that one.
However, it kind of, if you watch that video, it kind of is just you ranting about why the movie Velociraptor sucks.
Right.
And it has no actual scientific evidence or anything actually educational in that video. It's literally just you ranting because you're pissed off.
I mean, it did like 2,000 views though, so I guess.
Well, yes,
like
one of our winning formulas is just you yelling at a freaking microphone over something, but which a lot of our videos actually are.
That is a winning formula we found. But no, I think you're right. That one I feel like we probably could have done better on.
I would have actually liked to have sat down and had a more
a real discussion.
A real discussion on why, Velociraptor mongoliensis, which is the true species, and the Jurassic Park Velociraptor, if you want to actually call it that, are vastly different.
Yeah. I will admit I'm quite proud of this thumbnail. I think the thumbnail for that one is
the Virgin versus the Chad.
Yeah, it's literally just the Virgin versus the Chad meme, but like the Chad is like the Jurassic Park Velociraptor and the Virgin is like the real Velociraptor. It's like, it's great. Brock, if you want to pull the thumbnail up on the screen so they can see it.
I mean, to be honest, that meme did take off around that time.
Yeah, exactly. But so yeah, I think that basically does it for our little look back at the past year of
silence.
Yeah, of silence and of Trilobyte Studios. So this is Carl.
And this is Josh.
Signing off.
Bye.